Hi, I'm Steve Dunn. I'm down at the Beacon Church in Herne Bay, and this is part 5 of our cheeky challenge to help us grow as witnesses for Jesus, which is something that we are all called to be, witnesses. We can still find it difficult though, sometimes nevertheless, can't we? But witnessing is simply about telling the facts. You imagine a witness in court is someone who simply stands up and says, "This is what I saw. This is what I know." And it's the same for us. It's telling our story and saying, "This is who I am. This is what I know." But yes, nevertheless, it can still be quite hard, particularly when someone says to you, "What makes you a Christian? Why should I be interested?" And we don't always know where to start. What can help us is what's known as the 6-word testimony, the 15-second testimony. And that's simply just focusing on 6 words that are personal to you. 2 words that describe your life before Jesus, 2 words that describe your coming to Jesus, and 2 words that describe your life in Jesus. Now, let me demonstrate mine using my 6 words that summarize my story. We start with 2 sentences at the beginning and the end. We have "there was a time in my life when," and it finishes with "do you have a story like this?" And we put our 6 words in between like this. For example, my 2 words that would describe my life before Jesus would be talking about church and doing my duty. My coming to Jesus would be about my realization of his work on the cross, and my life now in Jesus about me being free to get involved in God's mission. So therefore, I would say there was a time in my life when I was just going to church with my family, doing my duty, but then I realised it was Jesus' work upon the cross that makes me right before God, and now I'm free to get involved in his mission on earth. Do you have a story like this? And now you can have a go yourself with your own 6 words that describe your story, but you'll also see how it can help feed a 1-minute version when you're on the fly as well. So for example, for mine, I'll be able to say that there was a time in my life when I was just going to church with my family when I was growing up, when I was a kid, and this is just what I did, is just doing my duty, being obedient and going through the motions of church. But it wasn't until I was 11 I realised that actually that doesn't make me right before God. What makes me right as a broken human before the perfect, holy God is actually Jesus, Son of God, and his work upon the cross, bridging the gap between my sin and perfect God. As I stepped into that and stepped into his invitation of enjoying the freedom that was available in him, I've now grown up realising who I am and what I'm here for. I am free as a son of God, an adopted child in the family of God because of Jesus, and I can enter his adventure on earth and passing on the good news of what he's done for me. Do you have a story like this? It's simple. Have a go. Come up with your own words. This isn't just necessarily for your story of salvation. It can be for something else where God has helped you break through when it comes to healing or forgiveness or whatever it might be. It can apply to many different parts of our stories. Other versions of our testimony are the parts of our testimonies as well as our coming to faith. But have a go. Come up with your words. Keep it in your pocket and go and find someone and tell them your story. Let's make much of Jesus in our stories.